Hey guys, Dr. Klein, Rimrock Wellness Center. We're going to do part 3 today of the hip mobility. We're going to be 10 parts. So this is the hip part. We're trying to start the motion at the hip. So the first step was activating your arches. Second step was getting tension on the hamstrings. If you want to find those other 2 steps and the introduction we did, you can go on Rimrock Wellness Center on YouTube. Watch those in order. The whole idea was you're spending a week on one step. So you're not really spending a lot of time, you're just adding that one step to things you're already doing, like daily life, like walking, working out, and doing foundation training. This is all to help prepare you for foundation training, but it works with no matter what you're doing. So step 3 is getting the hip in the socket. So here's your hip. And what we want to do is internally rotate and adduct the hip. So we're using some muscles here. These guys. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about the iliopsoas muscle, which we mentioned last time. So that's the muscle here. When we did the measuring stick hands, where I sucked in, I'm using that iliopsoas. A lot of people are tight in the iliopsoas, but because it likes to be in a short position. Like if you're going upstairs, your body wants to be hunched when you're raising that knee. If you're lengthened, it's harder to raise that knee, and that's the same idea with these adductors here. It's easy to squeeze my knees together, but what happens to my spine when I do it? I shrink. So everything we're doing is in a lengthened position. So I'm gonna run through the 3 steps. Got the shoes on today because I don't feel like getting barefoot for you, but first 2 videos show how to do the feet, so I'm just gonna do those. You can see even if I'm activating my arches, I'm a little bit taller. And we're adding the measuring stick hands here. So I'm lengthening, gauging that hip flexor. And now I'm thinking about turning the hips in. So I'm gonna show you from the side, I'm just squeezing those in just a little bit. And that's where you get a little bit shaky. So I'm using those adductors and playing along with that iliopsoas muscle, which attaches to the hip, helps turn it in, kind of compresses it into the socket. And we're just talking about Bruce the Moose over there, how you should start this when you're doing any type of hinging motion, deadlifts or squats, or even in the founder. Because if you just go into the founder without these steps, most of the motion's coming from the low back. When we set that hip into the socket, that's when we're adding tension. And these first 3 steps are really important for all the other steps we'll be adding. So the introduction I added was all about not starting with the head. A lot of us lock ourselves in here, and that disengages our ability to hinge at the hips. So in this position, I can't pull those hips into the socket because they're turned back in external rotation. So the intro is kind of erasing what we like to do, which is start with the head and lean back, which compresses our spine. This is all about strengthening your spine, making your chiropractic adjustments better, last longer, and even be more effective. So your chiropractor's not breaking his hand on your back trying to get it moved. So you're helping him out by decompressing. So that's step 3. Do it one more time. Show you from the front so you can see this way. Grab him with the feet, loading the hamstrings for step 2. Activating iliopsoas, and just squeezing those adductors, making myself a little taller. There we go.